Hello, everybody. Welcome to Porter's Playground. I'm Jackson, and today we are going to be discussing 3 threats using Porter's 5 forces. The company we're going to focus on for most of our examples today is going to be Portillo's hot dogs. It's Chicago-style street food. They're known in the Midwest. Near Chicago, they've expanded elsewhere, but they're known for burgers, hot dogs, Italian beef salads, their signature cake, fries, stuff like that. So our 3 forces are going to be the bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitute, and competitive rivalry. So the bargaining power of buyers is essentially how much influence the customer has over what changes the business has to make. So for example, in fast food, the cost to switch from one alternative to another is very low. Like if there's a Burger King, a McDonald's, and a Wendy's in a town, they're pretty close together. And most of the time, if you have one burger chain, you're going to have multiple. And the cost of switching from McDonald's for your meal to Wendy's is very low. So most of the time, somebody is just going to pick whatever's best for whatever reason that may be. If they're looking for a cheap option, a tasty option, or like an entertaining one, like McDonald's sometimes offers a play place. If they have children, they might choose McDonald's just because of the play place. So the switching costs are extremely low. So the flexibility to not remain loyal to a brand is extremely high. So essentially, customers are able to kind of hold that over companies' heads, that they can very easily just go to another business if their current favorite isn't upholding the standards that they expect from them. Need for differentiation is huge too. Other than like the taste of food, which at most cases is extremely refined and carefully developed, each restaurant is essentially the same outside of that. Like the price is one of the biggest other determinants other than like the quality and taste of food. But outside of those 2 things, going to a McDonald's versus going to a Portillo's versus going to a Wendy's is essentially the same experience. So that area needs improvement, but there's very little room for innovation, so it makes it difficult. And then, as we've mentioned already, price sensitivity. Although the purchase of a meal is a small one compared to like buying a car, those who consistently eat out will carefully select their destination based on saving like a few bucks or whatever the deal is, because these savings can pile up. So businesses have to be conscientious of that since the switching costs are so low again. The second one is threat of substitutes. As previously mentioned, the palette of services available is extremely wide. There's lots of different genres, lots of different refined chains, I guess. The selection is endless, and there's at least one restaurant for each food genre that's like mastered the taste of their products. Like you think of burger joints, that one's a little bit more up in the air, but the go-to for most people is McDonald's. Mexican, you have Chipotle or Taco Bell. Chinese, you've got Panda Express. Apart from the taste, customers can, again, effortlessly switch restaurants just based on the price or based on an experience. Like if a regular finds that Wendy's has the same amount of food or more for less cost than a McDonald's is offering, then they're probably going to switch to Wendy's. And also, culturally, one of the quickest cited reasonings for people being poor is like unhealthy spending habits, especially with like restaurant visits. So even that in and of itself, the pressure to not visit restaurants for financial reason is a big enough one that deters people and poses a threat to places like Portillo's. And then the third and final one is competitive rivalry. The diversity of selection in the fast food industry is endless, which creates a fierce competition between firms to offer new products or reduce price of existing ones or create a special experience that can differentiate themselves, like adding a play placer at Portillo's. The person calling out your order is supposed to rhyme. That's supposed to be like a fun atmospheric thing. When thinking of fast food, the first thing that pops to mind for most people is like a burger joint. For reference, there are more than 10 companies that are publicly traded on the stock market whose main focus is selling burgers. So if a working person or family is searching for a quick or an easy meal and has the option of a $12 meal deal for a pretty good burger or a $10 meal deal for a decent burger, there's a decent chance that most of the people will choose the inferior burger because of the price or because of an experience. Like if their kids have access to a playroom, they may be more keen on visiting that place. The diverse mix of companies tapped into the fast food industry creates an environment where every movement counts, and companies need to be perfect at nearly every aspect of their business in order to claim the top spot, which makes the competitive rivalry between firms, especially like Portillo's, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, even sit-downs like Red Robin, makes it an extremely fierce rivalry, and all three of these things pose severe threats to fast food chains, in this example, Portillo's. Thank you.